I don't like that angle. Let's try this one. Got some good natural lighting today. And if you guys see me throughout the video looking down, it's because I have a little Mr. Sir Ripley on my lap. And no, I'm not wearing nothing. I've got jeans on. On to the video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kalizia. If you are a returning viewer, I'm saying this backwards. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are a new viewer, welcome. I usually say that the other way around. Anyway, today is a different kind of video and Ripley wants to really be a part of it. Yeah. So, I have not posted in like almost 2 weeks, which is kind of the reason I'm making this video. Also because it's an interesting mental health topic to talk about. Ripley, sir, you are distracting. You are really distracting here. This is Pua. This is his Pua from Moana. Go get Pua. You're gonna see the camera bounce a little bit. Okay, not that bad. Hopefully he stays down there. But yeah, so as you can see by the title, today's a mental health related video. It's not a mental health update, it's just about mental health. And specifically, it's about mental illness and how it's affected by physical illness, a cold, allergies, any kind of physical issue that isn't something that I'm used to on a daily basis, if that makes sense. So like, allergies, while yeah, I've experienced them before, the kind of allergies I'm experiencing now are quite a bit different because I think I'm allergic to Ripley. I'm going to go get tested for that next month. I have an appointment with an allergist. But today I'm just going to talk about the effects a physical illness can have on me and my mental illness. This isn't about everybody's experience. Obviously, I can only speak for myself. And sorry if the camera moves, it's because we are on my bed and the tripod isn't like super stable on my bed because I'm on my bed and I move and it moves like that. So yeah. Anyway, let's get down to it. I did not write any notes, so this video might be a little jumbled, but I'm honestly just too tired to bother writing notes. I'm sorry. But yeah, so camera focus. There we go. So one of the first and biggest things for me that a physical illness will affect is my motivation to do anything. I already struggle with motivation to get out of bed in the morning, to just do things. It's difficult. I don't want to do it. And then adding a physical illness on top of that, the lack of energy, the feeling like muscle aches and pains, it makes it a million times harder. Doable, but harder. I've gotten really good at fighting through the desire to just stay in bed because ultimately getting out of bed makes me happier than staying in bed all day. I'm less miserable than if I get out of bed than if I stay in bed. That's the truth of it. And now that doesn't always motivate me. That statement itself doesn't always motivate me to get out of bed, but I mean, it works most of the time. But yeah, so motivation and energy are the two biggest things a physical illness will do. Sometimes a physical illness can also affect how my medications work, assuming I even take them at all. I can be very scatterbrained when I'm lacking sleep, and when I'm sick, I often don't get as good of a night's sleep, so I often forget my medicine. But when I do take it, at least one of the medications I'm on can be affected, or its efficiency or effectiveness can be altered because my body's fighting something off. I'm not sure how that works, but my psychiatrist explained it to me, that physical illness can, I don't think it has to do with the fact that my body's fighting something off, but I think it has to do with something about the chemicals in my body. I don't know. My psychiatrist explained it to me like 4 years ago, and I don't even care enough to know the technicalities of it. But that's what my psychiatrist said to me. So being physically ill can affect that. Not to mention, I have seasonal affective disorder. SAD. What a great acronym for that. I don't know if I said the words right, but seasonal affective disorder, I think, or affective season affective disorder. I don't know. The acronym is SAD, and that is how I feel. Jokes aside, so with it cold and me sick and having that aspect of the year, I have a very minor form of it, but definitely I have it. On top of my other disorders, which I can't remember if I told them all to you, and I don't feel like getting into it now, but if I did, it'll be in that mental illness video. But yeah, so that's that part of it. The other part is just the toll it takes, the physical toll an illness takes, coughing, hacking. Like, I've had all of the cold symptoms. I was originally diagnosed with an upper respiratory infection in January, and then I was just diagnosed with a sinus infection like a week ago. So I have had all the symptoms, on top of sneezing and a runny nose from what I'm assuming are allergies to my dog. So the physical illness can really take a toll on me in the sense that I just don't have the energy to cope with the emotional and mental things that I already cope with on a daily basis. It just makes everything harder to do. Not just motivation, like I mentioned, it also makes coping with a trigger harder, like an anxiety trigger with my panic disorder. It just makes everything harder to do. I have to give myself credit for how hard I try to cope with some things, but sometimes things don't go how I want. And I have to work on not beating myself up over it, because the term we use in DBT is the vulnerability factor. I have a physical illness, which is a major vulnerability factor towards, or a vulnerability factor for getting emotional and having a harder time controlling the emotional trigger or the emotional outburst caused by a trigger. So yeah, that's the second big thing. There are smaller things, just like just feeling overly, I don't know, feeling a sense of is exasperated the word I'm looking for? Just frustrated almost, just like, oh, just stop. I think that's the word I'm looking for, exasperated. I don't know, I think that's the word, but you know what I mean with the feeling, just like, just go away, I'm just done with this. And that can become really difficult to handle, just the feeling of just wanting the illness to go away. Because with mental illness, the physical illness, because with mental illness, something I deal with when I'm in these moments is just wanting it to stop, and wanting it to stop at any means necessary. And if that means is death, then in that moment, I'll be suicidal. Like, obviously I don't act on it. I'm here, or I would be in the hospital when I'm having these moments. Sometimes I have been hospitalized before, but when I'm feeling this exasperation that I just want to physically feel okay, because I already have to always feel mentally not so okay, it can add to that desire just to end it, even though I don't want to die. So that's just a really big thing that I have to add on top of everything else with a physical illness, on top of a mental illness. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really enjoyed filming this video, so I hope you guys liked it. I hope it was helpful in some way. I am gonna go ahead and film another video right after this, so look out for that. I'll probably post them both today, because I feel so bad that I have not posted in almost 2 weeks, because I've been sick, obviously. But while I was sitting here, I had an idea for another video, so I'm gonna go ahead and go film that. So I will see you guys in that video. Bye, guys.